Oh, hi there, Dan Amrick here, One of Swords from Activision, and I'm doing another episode of One of Swords TV, where you ask me questions and I try to answer them right here on the internet. If you have a question for me, go ahead and send it to YouTube at oneofswords.com. I do check that every week, and I'm very happy with some of the questions that I get. I always want to give you answers, and the better the question, the more likely you're going to get an answer. So I have a question here from Stephen Fenton, who says, "Hey Dan." Hey Stephen. I was wondering what your thoughts are about the next generation of video game systems, the Wii U, the PlayStation 4, whatever Xbox has coming out next yet, and of course PC. Good point. Specifically, I want to know your thoughts about backwards compatibility. For example, the Wii U is fully backwards compatible, including DLC. PlayStation 4 will not be, though streaming may be a solution. And the next Xbox is rumored to support digital backwards compatibility, but probably not discs. PC will, of course, continue as the norm. Do you think that people would bail on the next generation because of this? Do you think that would be one of the negative repercussions? Really good, very detailed question. But let's answer it in four things. One, the Wii U does have backwards compatibility. It plays discs, but it plays it within this little walled garden where you have to activate Wii mode. You have to get out of your Wii U mode to get into Wii mode. I'm not a big fan of that. I have a Wii U, so yes, it's backwards compatibility, but it doesn't actually it doesn't have the convenience that I was looking for as a user. So, but I am glad to see it. I don't know how much I'm going to use it, to be completely honest with you. And I'm really upset that their previous digital downloads on the Wii do not work on the Wii U. You're expected to rebuy those games or whatever. Maybe that'll be worked out in time because it is a software issue. I don't know. But I was hoping for more than what I'm currently seeing. PlayStation 4, not backwards compatible, but streaming may be a solution. Next Xbox, again, anybody's guess as to what or when Microsoft will be talking about that. I prefer backwards compatibility. I like having the convenience. My wife is actually the person who's very strongly for backwards compatibility, saying, I want to know that I invested in something. It's a sense of value that you get. And also, she doesn't want two machines connected. If she feels like playing a PlayStation 3 game, she doesn't want to have to hook up a PlayStation 4. On the other hand, I figure I bought a new machine because I want to play new games. That's the primary motivator. It's not just a thing in my room. I want to see what are the new experiences that I can have. So while I strongly prefer backwards compatibility, I wouldn't bail on the next generation if it doesn't have it. I would be disappointed, but realistically, what I want is the new stuff, not the old stuff. Although I do really agree, there's only so many HDMI ports on your machine, right? Like on your TV. So the more that you can do with one box, the better. I definitely believe that. And you make a really good point that a lot of people don't make, which is the PC has always been the next generation system, right? People are always pushing the boundaries of what you can do with gaming on PCs, and you can just continually upgrade that as your interest and budget allows, which is a really good point. Unfortunately, because that is an open ecosystem, it comes with its own problems. You're going to have to maintain your own video drivers. You're going to have to figure out when your video card is too slow. You're going to have to, reinstall the operating system when you might need to. So there's definitely more risk that comes with that flexibility. But you're right, it totally is the next generation. So. And even Windows does not play all the old games. Sites like GOG.com, Good Old Games, they make old games playable on modern computers, but they did have to add some, software magic to make that happen. So, although it is way, way more compatible with its past software than any other platform, it too has its problems. So, I don't think there's a perfect answer. I don't think there's a perfect future for this. I like backwards compatibility, but I gotta tell you, I don't think that a lot of people would see a shiny new toy and say, well, that doesn't work with all the old toys that I have. I refuse to play with that shiny new toy. I don't think anybody would bail on the next generation. But my fingers are crossed that we will see some respect given and some more functionality given to those of us that do have large game collections, that we might be able to enjoy them going forward on whatever the latest version of the hardware is. And of course, if you believe that digital downloads are the future of the industry, and I pretty much do, then I think that you're looking at, hopefully, a future where that would be respected, and maybe it'll be a lot less of an issue. But as I just pointed out, the Wii U doesn't really work that way. We'll see. This is not a crystal ball in front of me. I do not know anything more than you do, but that's what I would like to see as a gamer, and I think that's probably where we're headed. People will play the new stuff, even if it only plays the new stuff. If you have a question for me or a comment, or you just want to ask me something, maybe it's just an opinion question like this one, send it to YouTube at oneofswords.com. I'll be happy to tackle it on a future episode of One of Swords TV. In the meantime, please do visit oneofswords.com. It's where I keep all of my stuff. I have a lot of information about Activision games, and I also do a lot of podcasts and giveaways and things like that. So I'll see you there. Thanks.